Dave here from BOgear, and this here is our Roid bike bag. Now, designed primarily for bike, as bike luggage, as luggage for your bike, to be able to get your bike onto airplanes. We've actually had a fair amount of people comment to us that it actually works remarkably well for keeping their car clean when going to and from bike races. And it's also useful for taking your bike on trains as well as buses. Now, believe it or not, the bike bag, this one here, does fold down into that small size, but the first time you go to fold it, it's a little bit confusing. So this is how you actually fold it. So just put this out of the way, there we go. So, first step is to lay it out flat, completely empty the bag of everything, so all your bike components, everything out from inside it. And then you just do up the buckles, making sure that there's no, it's nice and firm, but it's not overly tight, so clip them up. Next thing you do is you basically fold along the zip seam here, so you fold that down flat. You then push the handles up to lay it flat, and then you fold the base along this seam here, so fold it up nice and flat like so. Now, the basic premise of this bag is kind of like origami. You've got seam lines that you fold along. So if you ever forget how to pack it, just look for those seam lines and fold along those seam lines. So the first step will be to fold in these wings, the two wings on the side, just to get it into a rectangular or square form. So along this seam line along here, you fold it in like so. Along this seam line along here, you fold it in like so. Then this seam here and this seam here, you're basically rolling the bag, folding the bag along that seam. So first seam, folding it in, keeping it nice and flat. There's a second seam that we were talking about just there, fold that in nice and flat. And now you're starting to see it's getting into that very rectangular sort of shape. So it will stuff down into your stuff sack. Now the final step is that one seam there, you fold along that seam like so. So now you have a little bit of weight on it to squish it down. Now you have that nice, neat little shape that can stuff straight inside the stuff sack. And then once in your stuff sack and you want to ride away from the airplane, you want to get to your destination, you can either strap this to your back of your bag, strap it to your bike. In fact, there's a video already on our site at the moment showing you how to get that weight off your back to have a comfortable ride. So I'm Dave from BOgear, and I hope that explanation about how to fold your Roid bike bag, our little piece of luggage, was suitable for you. Cheers.